remember about that play?
Yeah, it's one of those plays that you don't draw up. We were having to hurry up. We had gotten a penalty, and the clock had started, and we just weren't aware. And it couldn't have worked out any differently and had us win the game. And then to have a guy like Warren Holloway be the one that makes the catch, his first touchdown of his whole career. He's a senior, a guy who just worked hard all the time, did the right things every day, came to work, and to see that moment, and now, Warren's a legend here, and that's so awesome because, man, that's a guy who just did things the right way, didn't always have opportunities, but kept working, and then, that's the way he got to end his career.
If you look at Iowa history, you have yourself and Dallas Clark. If you look at recently, you have Noah Fant and T.J. Hawkinson, back-to-back first-round picks. How much pride do you take in this being tight end you?
A ton. Dallas really got the ball rolling, but even before him, we had Zarin Flemister and some of these guys, Marv Cook all the way back in the 80s. And to see these guys take what we started to build, man, they've run with it. You got George Kittle dominating in the NFL, and then we have 2 first-round picks, and Sam Laporta's on his way. So it's fun to see that tradition get carried on, and I think it's something that'll be here for a while.
Scott, I know you live here in Iowa now. Coach Ferentz has been here in Iowa for over 2 decades now. What would fans at home not necessarily know about him as head coach?
Man, Coach Ferentz is one of the most genuine people. That was what really drew me to come to Iowa. What he said was what he meant, and that was what he did. And he's always been the same guy. When I get to talk to him today, he's the same guy as 20 years ago when I was getting recruited. 20 years ago, man. That's always great.
Don't age yourself there. But you are going to the football game today. That should be so much fun to see the fans back in the stands. I know we're looking forward to seeing all the fans out there. And you know what? Time has totally flown by this entire 2 hours. That's going to do it for us from here in Iowa City. The game obviously taking place later today. The fans are ready to go. Who's going to start the season? Want to know, will it be Indiana? Will it be Indiana, or will it be the Iowa Hawkeyes? Guys, we'll have to wait and see, but the fans here, they're ready to rock. It's party time.
It is indeed. Annie and Brock, great job. We'll see you next week in East Lansing. They mentioned that game coming up later today on the Big 10 Network, 3:30 Eastern Time. But remember, we have 2 other games that precede that. Most of you will see the game in Lincoln as Nebraska takes on Fordham. There's Cam Taylor-Britt. A big mistake in special teams last week. He's trying to bounce back. The whole Nebraska team trying to bounce back. Some of you will see the game between Rutgers and Temple. Bo Melton, 5th in the Big 10 with 6 touchdown receptions a year ago. Go to btn.com/gamefinder for the game and channel in your area. Before we go, though, guys, it is time for our Saturday statements. And Jerry, we'll start with you.
Yeah, my statement would be to the Nebraska football team, it's only one game, even though everybody wants to bury you and say that the season's over. Scott Frost said it was the same movie. What was he going to say? It was the same movie, but he also said, I believe this is a better team. So as you go into the Fordham game, which you are going to win, your progress has to be, do I block better? Do I tackle better? I don't give up Joshua on the season. It's only one game. Don't listen to people outside. Just get better as a team.
My statement is that I think this is a huge year for Penn State football. You look at last year and how much struggle that they had up front. They finished off on a high note.